Hi, I'm Samikshya Rijal. I am a PhD student at University of Georgia in Institute of Plant Breeding, Genetics and Genomics. Today I'm going to show you how to collect rust spore using a spore collector. I work on switchgrass, which is this beautiful plant right here. It is a grass species which is native to North America, which has a huge potential for biofuel production. And the goal of research labs is to increase biomass that can be converted into biofuel. So my lab in particular, we are working on identifying diseases that affect switchgrass production. And today in specific, I'm going to talk about rust, which is caused by a fungus in genus Piccinia. So I detect a leaf right here. You can see, if I zoom into the leaf, you can see these rust spores. And my goal for today is to collect these rust spores. So some of the other fungus that I have identified can be grown in plates. Right here you can see in the bench top. But rust is a unique one which needs a live plant for multiplying spores. That is why collecting spores using a spore collector is very important. This is a spore collector, and this machine, you can see it is connected to an electricity source. That's what you need, and it works almost like a vacuum cleaner, and it has a system where there is a pressure built up in the tube right here, and at the end of this rubber tube you can collect spores by using a spore collector. And you can see these have two sides and a small tube in here which you would connect to the rubber pipe. Then what you need is these capsules which I ordered from Amazon, and because of the size that I have for this collector, I ordered size 00, and it fits right in the tube. You can open the cap and then fit it right in that way. So there is a vacuum coming in from the pipe, there is a gelatin capsule, and you can collect spores from this small tiny tube right here. And of course you need pen to write down your label. And another important thing you want to be ready for is the silica gels. This helps to absorb any kind of moisture if there is in the plant, so that your spores won't germinate, because you will need those spores later on. I just completed collecting spores. So you can see right at the bottom there is like brown to black mark. These are all the rust spores. I can gently remove the tube from right there and then close it up. So just to be careful, try to avoid moisture in your hand, otherwise the capsule will melt. And then I would just keep it and store it right in the gel for a day.